Welcome back, everybody. It's Snow. Welcome, Darth. Welcome, everyone. Powers. Welcome, Nickel-kun. Nerding. I went to the dentist. It was not fun. And I went to mail. I mailed. You went to Costco today. He restocked? No. I didn't hear anything about it. Oh, I saw it online. That one's not 151, but I saw a restock online. It sold out very fast. Prismatic evolutions. It sold out in like a minute after it was posted. I never go to in-person drops, especially if there's like, if people know about it. Cause then there will be a line, and there may be fighting. I stopped reselling cause I sold too much. Too much money. And then it wasn't really hobby taxes anymore if you sell a lot. So I just decided to stop doing it. Hobby taxes it's like a hobby. You know, trading, collecting, reselling your own stuff. But after a certain number of items, because I did it on eBay, certain number of items or certain amount of money per year, they want tax information. But if you don't do it a lot, like you're just selling your old stuff, like used stuff, you know, they don't really ask for it. Your mother works at a drugstore that stocks Pokemon cards every time we get a shipment. She says it's the craziest days. I see. I wish I got Ascended Heroes before I quit. Cause I kinda liked those ones. In English, but not as much. No, I like them. And then after that, I didn't care about it. I wish I cared for one more set. Cause I like them. Sell in person. On like marketplaces and stuff, it's kind of risky, especially now that there's a big market for it. There's some dangerous people. There's some dangerous stuff that happened recently. Someone was selling their like a card they collected, and they got robbed. I wouldn't do in person. Conventions? I don't go to conventions enough. The cost of going to a convention would be a portion of the profit, I guess. I might as well just not go. I've got other stuff to do. I just don't go to conventions. So, it's not a win-win. Welcome, butter. So, local vendors in the city. Vendors. Vendors. I don't know any in my area. And a lot of them frown upon reselling. It'd be a bad reputation. From the people I know anyways. The discords and the stuff. Hard stores I wouldn't go to. You'd have to hold the product for a long time for them not to, like... I don't know. I've never... Not for stores. I've never seen for stores how if they take outside of their own vendors. Burp. Want snacks? Before I forgot, are you taking commissions? Depends what you want. Depends. You can give me an idea of what it is. Oh, Another one. Kinda want to. I do your cotton candy one once already. Praise Donald. Welcome, hi. When you model around, you use a webcam or a phone. Around? Like at home? Webcam? I have an iPhone. And I specifically use it for 3DB. I've never played around with it for, the customizable models I have, because they have, like, rebridger and stuff. But I never tried them. But anyways, Chibi's kind of funny with the Yankee webcam kind of quality. It's pretty good for Chibi. It's a webcam most of the time. I don't want to charge a phone most of the time. Move your model? Oh, in general. Webcam. Have a switch that can only be scratched by commissioning art. Oh. Oh! Freedom. Creative freedom. Tempting. Can I? Can I? It's kind of how I felt when I got the new art for the newest model I have. The eye patch one, the red one. It's a customizable one. I only have one, like, original model, and it's the first one. Every other model is customized. So, welcome, chef. How am I? I'm fine. I'm okay. Just hanging out. Just, okay. Now. Ask more later. Gotta eat. Eat. And then tomorrow you're gonna come dig, right? Right. I don't know if voice chat will be necessary tomorrow. I didn't consider it. I suppose that's a thought. Consideration. I don't know. So much digging. It's a pretty small square, apparently. I mean, but it'll take a while, maybe. Welcome, Nova. Dig for new Nobber Lane 2. Construction! So much tasty dirt. Deep sleep? Is that a material? Oh, we need to get equipment, huh? Pickaxes. Pickaxes. Shovels. Shovels. Shovel pickaxe. That's it. Oh, we need a farm! We're gonna die! Oh. Whoa! Work time? Huh. Am I getting called out? Huh. Thank you, Nova. Huh. Back to the mines. Night dark. Chibi's big dig. I'm not using Chibi tomorrow because it's a collab stream and Chibi is antisocial. So maybe I should learn to color faster. I'm... Feels okay, man. Friday night art stream is for the boys. Perhaps. Or not. Welcome, Stratos. You learned? Learned something? Skyrim RP game mod server. You can go play multiplayer Skyrim and talk to people. That sounds kinda neat. Especially in the Skyrim universe. Skyrim RP? That sounds kinda funny. Surely. Someone running the stores. People being mercenaries. Fine. Like it just works what a time to be alive, just chilling in Whiterun with the gang. How nice. Skyrim version of GTA RP. Gonna have to try it sometime. Haven't done RP since Harry Potter Gary's mod. I see. Wonder when the last time I did one. Did I? Did I ever? Am I imagining things? Am I projecting? Maybe. Thought I did something like you know, like run a store kind of thing somewhere, someplace. Like an NPC RP'd. Be a cheese merchant. See. Love Skyrim. Oh. What happened? Welcome, Leverage. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. The archives. Welcome, Barrel. VTuber. Welcome. Welcome. No. Thanks, Barrel. Welcome to the stream. We're drawing. And chatting a little, but not much. Hope you had a good stream. Whatever it may be. Perhaps art. Perhaps not. I don't have great music choice. Chibi coded. Hi, friendo. Welcome. Full set of random. It's Tomodachi Life. Welcome, Satan Time. Average 45. Thank you very much. Good work session. Very good. Slow and steady. Eventually. Trying to use the lasso tool more to speed up my workflow. Cause I'm kind of dawdling too much. I saw that art there, cowboy. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! How has the art been going? It's been going good. A decent pace. Not too bad. Pretty decent for a 3-ish character piece. Not bad. Definitely need to improve speed. I think. Welcome, Plasma. Made it. Efficiency. True. Need to maintain quality. Cute art. How's my weekend been so far? Had the Danganronpa, and then today went to the dentist. Not fun. Delivered mail. Filled gas. 'Cause that sucks right now. And that's it. It hasn't gotten worse, but it wasn't that fun. Shout out gas. Well, it went down like 10 cents today. And then, I mean, I think it's gonna go back up though. Cause the problems, didn't get solved. You know? Dentist, number things all ship shape. Well, they are now. Thanks. Cat. Need to get back into flossing. I wish I had unlimited floss. I stopped before because I ran out. And I didn't want to buy more. Because I get it for free from the dentist. But then I ran out. And I didn't want to buy anymore. The goodie bag. The R now sounds unfun. Pour one out for the cat. Free floss. Free. I also have a permanent retainer. So I don't floss everything. Cause then you have to, it's complicated. You need like either special floss or you need like a threading tool. So I don't do all of them. But it's not the back teeth, so the back ones are the ones you need to make sure. Front ones are usually okay if you brush regularly. Water pick? Yeah. I have one, or my family does. I did for a while. But now I mostly well, I don't. Permanent retainer is something to work around for sure. Yeah. You know, they say after you do braces, you have to use a retainer forever. So now I just have the permanent one. I don't have a plastic one. But then most people just give up on using the plastic one. Which isn't really good. The gums is what gets me when I don't floss. Albert prepared water pick is next level. Well, I don't really use it. There's like 2 in my house and they're kind of shared, but then you have to change the pick whenever you change people, you know? And you have to change the water. And you need the temperature. You need to plug it in. And then unplug it. Well, not always, but if you wanna. Retainer forever. Car with retainer. But yeah, they say after you do braces, you have to use a retainer forever. That's what the dentists say. But yeah, everyone abandons them. So I just got them permanently. I just have like a string of metal in my mouth. That's glued on forever. It doesn't really do anything. I mean, it keeps them in place. They are doing stuff, but like that's it. No impact. You use your retainer for 1 or 2 years after braces, and then your teeth don't really move. At least mine didn't. I guess that could happen for people, and then for other people, it might undo the work. So I guess it just depends on whoever. Pretty sure my teeth changes are pretty permanent. If I took it out, I'd probably be fine. I think they do kind of shift. Yeah, they do shift a little, I think. They pull back a little, I guess. You know. Jeez. I don't know what Canada is doing. Oh, the retainer thing? I think that's just a dentist thing. Certain age should move, I suppose, to most shaped jeans. Maybe? I think it I guess it like depends on stuff like age, but yeah, if it's set in place, it's fine. But then the whole point of braces is to shift where things are. But there's like kind of like a rubber band effect, possibly. So if you don't like keep it in place, it's possible, depending on what you changed, it might undo some work. So makes enough sense to me. Whatever works. Whatever. I just got metal in my mouth forever. Doesn't do anything to me. Saw pretty interesting, I suppose, drama today. Internet drama. Yay. Metal mouth forever. No MRI for knob. You know what? I didn't think about that. Huh. I guess they dissolved the glue in that case. Huh. New fear unlocked. Oh yeah, that'd be pretty bad. I think I remember seeing pretty minor metal things. And like, it pulls some. Well, need to remember that. Huh? place. Ah. I hope they have a checklist for stuff like that. Like, they must ask stuff like, you have braces or something, right? Right? Surely, common stuff to ask. Do you have a pacemaker, etc.? Ah, so small. I don't know. Guess it could be really, really sensitive metal detector. Maybe they make retainers out of super non-ferrous metals, so it's okay. I wonder. Huh. Forget tooth talk. What's the drama? Ah, I see. The drama. So I saw, depending on how much you know about internet, uh, personalities, there's like this, uh, sometimes described as like a boy failure guy. He's like super innocent, uh, inexperienced streamer guy. And he's kind of pretending, which like persona you can pretend, but then they like DM'd people, so then they kept acting like that, and then he I guess had relationships with lots of people. And also he lived with his girlfriend. So yeah, it was a big juxtaposition, I suppose, for the person, cuz they were like, "Oh, they have so many friends that are girls that are good people. He can't be bad or anything." Saikuno, correct. Correct. Yeah. From my impression of him, I didn't think it would be an act, I guess. Maybe because of how long it is. Maybe because of the people he's associated with. Maybe because of the persona he developed. I didn't think it would be a lie. But then again, I didn't really know much about him. It was just like passively. It's like, oh, there's this guy. He looks like an anime guy. He was a VTuber for a while. He's quiet. And he's quiet. That's about it. My YouTube has a bunch of videos recommended. Yeah, usually the kind of drama stuff, it takes a few days before like people start making videos and stuff, cause it's like they wait for more information, or they see what the response is from like another person. But the proof Google document thingy just has a video of him, or has a Discord call recording of him apologizing to the person, one of the people, and he just explains everything in the video. So there's not really an argument to be made. It's really no disputing, really. It happened. Freaking nerd. Oh. 8 snooze. I'm not in his sphere of influence, so I don't know. I don't watch any of them either. Holy moly, first recommended is the hour-and-a-half XQC vid into the watch later. XQC is kind of funny. I don't watch him, but whenever he like pops up in someone else's coverage of something, and then they're like, and then XQC talked about it, and then they put his video. It's usually pretty funny. Antisocial like me? Oh, like he was. I guess he always acted awkward. Like, oh man, oh, I don't know. I mean, it was, in a way, it was kind of clear it was an act, because it was like, it was a little too dumb sometimes, like too dumb acting. So it's like, okay, you gotta know. Some self-awareness. Like, I saw the kind of funny video that he did with like Blouse toys, where they were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And then Saikuno like comboed on him for like 5 minutes while Blau took a shower because he was taking his turn so long. And then he just killed him. So like, you know, the cringe, some self-awareness, you know, had to be there. Do not care for the group personally. Hello, XQC got that one IQ thing. It makes me laugh. Yeah. How interesting. He's French? French Canadian. He's Canadian. The shorts are funny, actual brain rot, but still. It was pandering to the female demographic. Wee. But yeah. I remember seeing an offline TV video. Or maybe it wasn't. I forget where I saw it. It was something about like it being just a bunch of like a bunch of Asian people. Or I think it was about, who is it? Was it like Pokimane? It's like Pokimane and all her Chinese friends. Or Asian friends, I guess. I don't know her ethnicity though. But yeah, cause offline TV is like a lot of East Asian looking people. Streamer! Streamer! But yeah, it was interesting. Drama. Just having like the proof in the pudding. Or really the proof on the label, actually. So cut and dry. It's pretty interesting. But yeah. I could definitely see it from like tons of VTuber people, like it reminds me of like Vox Akuma, the Niji Sanji boy male streamer guy. And he does like a bunch of girlfriend experience ASMR stuff, or he did. I don't know if he does anymore. But he also panders and stuff like that. Watch Moist Critical. I remember that same group had some Asian dude that played the violin that was some big cheater. Don't remember that one. But yeah, I've been curious at like how people have been acting with all these like immoral people, you know. There's like Saikuno, and then Fusli also did kind of apparently recently. And then there was there's someone else. Who else? Some other people that were in like you know, doing immoral things. But then there's like, I guess a double standard or something. It's interesting to see people who are like really good friends, like when you're good enough friends with them, you kind of just ignore stuff. It's fascinating. I haven't thought if it's like right or wrong yet. Like, are you supposed to not be friends with them ever again? Seems to not be what people are doing. And then sometimes it's like, oh, they're an awful person. I'll unfollow them and never see them again. But like, not all the time. Long list, no doubt. Oh yeah, the Wilbur Soot, I think, was another one I was thinking of. Long list, no doubt. Most large streamers have no morals and brains of like a small child. Depends on what they did, you know. Sometimes it is the same thing though. I think, what was it? Was it? Like, cheating is like the frequent one. I'm trying to think. Or was it something else? I don't know. It's just interesting. Cause I don't know. When people's like really close friends, like I saw another one was I don't know what their names are. There was another one, but it was like their roommate did something really bad, so then they were like, oh, she's an adult, she can take care of it. But then when it was someone else, it's like, oh, I'm not gonna associate with them anymore, or I never will. So it's not really black and white, I guess. Interesting. Streamer friends. Yeah. It reminds me of also like Ludwig said the whole thing about I think he was talking about Hassan, and he was like, outside of work we would never be friends kind of thing. Like, I don't care what he does, who he is, blah blah blah. It's not what he said, but same vibes. But it's like oh, it's like a business relationship. And I don't know. Until it's no longer mutually beneficial. Yeah. For VTubers, I feel like I see it all the time. Where, you know, once it gets bad enough, like there's like Cinder, there was Bao for a bit, some other VTuber people, and then like once they had like Google Docs and stuff, then tons of VTuber people were tweeting, I will never associate them with them ever again. We're not friends anymore. Drop all their sponsors and stuff. Email corporate. VTubers are so ready to abandon everyone. People being more lenient with their friends isn't me. Outside of work, we would never be friends. Brutal, but I get it. If you're that big, kinda gotta be a dancing monkey. Oh, fascinating. Interesting. Yeah, that was one of the dramas of the week. Among many. Very fun ponder. Strictly business with streamers at large. Sounds right. When you learned that Adam and Jamie were never friends on Mythbusters, oh yeah! Changed my perspective for life. Nothing wrong with it, but it's just a show. Now that one's interesting. Pitching yourself as a pair that should at least be friends. If not just work friends. But completely not liking each other, I think. It's pretty interesting. Exactly, that's what I think about with all these streamer friends. Yeah. Be connected to no one. I mean, attached to no one. Yeah, it must really be networking. Which makes a lot of sense to me. Cause I don't wanna... I don't feel like reaching out to anyone. Ever. I think because I don't like networking normally. But like when you reach out to people on social media to be friends, I don't think so. It seems not right. It's just not... doesn't make sense. For me, I guess. I get it, but I could never fake it for the camera for 10 years like they did. That was wild alien behavior. Not evil or bad or anything, but still. Yeah, it's fine if you want to be fake forever. You know, especially for streaming. Turn off the camera and not be that person. Jedi knob. Attachments are forbidden. Plus, you should add me on LinkedIn. That's crazy. Actual networking. Thinking streamers do that would be insane. More alien behavior. Imagine DMing someone on Twitter and being like, "Can you add me on LinkedIn? Can you network? Can you connect with me on LinkedIn?" I feel like the ironic LinkedIn goes hard. Chibi would be on LinkedIn. One of those brand ones that you can select as one of your interests. Add me on LinkedIn, that's crazy actually. Yes, and you can endorse my skill of watching you and being annoying. Not endorsement. I didn't ask anyone for endorsements because I felt like a shill. And also, not social. Also, I didn't ask anyone to help me with LinkedIn, so... I don't go on it anymore for various reasons. But before I looked at like people I used to know and they were like endorsing each other and still commenting on their LinkedIn posts. Like, wow, my business is doing this thing. How wonderful. And then the comments are like, wow, great job. Wow, good job, man. Keep it up. No! Welcome, Adrian. Welcome back. I will endorse Chibi. Don't forget your experience of excellent Skyrim modding, Stratos. Snobber Clobber was one for the ages. Put it in your portfolio. Job secured. Is it acceptable to comment Pog on someone's LinkedIn post? I'm trying to think. I had one professor. Thanks, Adrian. 18. Yahoo! Big. Was it Pog? Oh yeah, I had one professor who was kind of hip, but like he wasn't actually cool with any of the students. But he was cool in that he posted like a youngster. He was our programming professor, or whatever the course was called. And he'd be like talking about whatever the project was. I don't remember. It was a long time ago, but he was always like hip about it. He's like, did he talk about the coding challenge thingies? Coding bootcamp thing? I don't remember. Hello, fellow kids. A tech bro? I actually don't think so. He was pretty what is it? Not young, but he is aware of the young people and their trends. He was hip, you know. I believe he also played a ukulele. But the issue is, the overall program was like a media course. Hello world, fellow kid. Not program talk. What was it? Hi, train. Ukulele boss is a literal meme? I might have seen it. But yeah, the issue was, the overall course was like a media... Not course. The overall program was like a media program. So there were a lot of people who, didn't want to learn programming. So he was a not popular teacher, not popular professor, because, programming was kind of hard for a lot of people. So a lot of people didn't like him. He was so hip, but no one wanted to learn. They're the best. Yeah, but I was, it was a media program, so it was like a lot of mediums. So like programming. It was web development, web design, web development. And so it was about like HTML, CSS stuff, bootstrap, that stuff. But it was like one of the things to learn. But there's other stuff like photography and video and stuff. So a lot of people weren't there to do programming. They didn't know understand the syntax. Not really a media person thing. So yeah, not popular. He was not. I love them, but I know many people find them difficult. I was a programming tutor when I was studying. Neat! Yeah, I had an edge in the course since I took programming stuff and then math stuff. Mostly programming stuff. Before. So I understood the syntax and all that. I still wasn't that good though. I think. Lots of people looking for physics, math, and programming tutors. Makes sense. So we got to this because we were talking about LinkedIn. VTubers on LinkedIn. Streamers on LinkedIn. I think physics tutors had the toughest time though. There are times in which they had 5 people attending the same time. Max you had was 3. Rarely had free time here and there. Physics tutors were never free. Oh, interesting. Physics was my hardest science. I think I should have took chemistry. But practically physics was more useful than chemistry. But chemistry might have been easier. My hardest science was by far chemistry. I didn't have to take it in college, fortunately. Physics, I feel like I should have been able to understand. Because the concepts all make sense. There's a lot of textbook stuff. And a lot of, like, theory. I think the theory stuff was making it harder. I think the math was fine. But then the theory... you have to take the theory, as in, like, the word problems. And understand the theory. And then apply the correct math problem. And I guess I was having trouble with that, I think. Somewhere along the way. Because I can do math. But it's like... kinetic. And... wait, were we learning... we learning like yeah, we were learning like voltage and stuff. Voltage and inductors, inductors and stuff. And then there were like practical things. And then I might have had a memory problem. That maybe was why I couldn't apply the math, because I couldn't remember what to do, maybe? Possibly? Did you make an LED turn on? Memory problem. I remember, like we split up into groups and then we used, wires, inductors, the voltage reader thingy. Also, for like the practical test and, demonstrations. Hell yeah. I actually enjoy math and physics. I wasn't that bad at them, but chemistry up until now, I don't know why I struggled so much, but I did. Yeah, I don't know. I think it must have mostly been a memory problem, or I just wasn't understanding the concepts in the first place, so then I couldn't apply or remember the formulas. Or if it wasn't formulas, then it's like the word problems and then creating like a mathematical formula equation from the word problems. But usually the word problems are like partially a memory thing, because you would have like you would have similarly structured word problems in like the textbooks and stuff that you have to like practice the homework. So like technically, if you memorized the familiar problems, then you don't have to try so hard to create the solution formulas. So something, one of those things or more, was the problem. Then I didn't do that good in physics. I just want to solve for X, or usually. Hobby electronics is fine. I had a class that had programming electronics both in the same class, and I teamed up with a guy who was insane with electronics. He'd do the coding, he'd do the wiring and stuff. Neat! Pretty cool. Oh yeah, I did drop physics in my final year, cause it was hard for me, and it was also bringing down my average. Had no idea about electronics. When I went to study comp-sci, I did not like the hardware side of things. It was like the engineering related courses that I didn't like. I just wanted to do the programming also. They had what was it? It was similar. It was like about like gates, connections. What was it? There's It's like circuits. A lot of circuits. Closed circuits, parallel circuits, loops and stuff. Had like a course or two that were about those, and I didn't like them. Boolean logic? Possibly? I don't know if that's what it was called. It was a things and it had switches. And there were diagrams, and then it was like Boolean logic. It had logic, but I forget what the logic was. It was like the inputs and the outputs had like different criteria and stuff. And then you had to connect the circuits. They were circuits. Overall, they were circuits, I think. But it's just like you have to be able to understand them and stuff. I don't really remember what the course was about. There were a lot of diagrams though. And like some E&Ms. I think I did okay, but like not fantastic. There was this one course that was about on the tip of my tongue. What was it? It was about logic, but it was like all like, was it anglicized or something? It was like stop. It's discrete math? No. There was a whole course that was just about logic. About like mathematical logic. It's like if this then this, and then like if A is C, or if A is B and B is C, then A is C kind of stuff, you know? It was like that. And that was the whole course. The whole course was about logic. Welcome, Hero. 43! Huge! So far. Almost 4 years. Yeah, it was an interesting course. It was like, it was pretty much like logic puzzles. The thing is, if you got stuck, you were kind of like dead in the water, you know? If you got stuck, then you were stuck. I think I did have some trouble, because then they would show you the logic. But then sometimes I just couldn't find the logic. I forget what the structure of the answers were though. Almost. Oh, now I'm starting to remember. So there were a lot of word problems. The whole course was about proofs. That's what it was. So it'd be stuff like... I don't remember. It's not called Fibonacci or whatever, but it's the thing that kind of looks like... This is not what it looks like, but it's like this, and then it's a minus 1, and then divided by 2 or whatever. Stuff like that. And then you use this kind of logic to explain something. And then it's like, therefore, b equals 4 or something. If it's raining, the ground is white. Kinda. It's stuff like this. It's like there's a word problem. And then it's like... Explain how this is this. Or you don't get this part, but it's like explain how a... Explain... It says explain how b equals 4, and then you have to like make this stuff up. And then the professor has to say, oh yeah, that makes sense. Yep, that's okay. So that was the course. It was about proofs. You had to prove something like irrefutably, you know? So you had to use like logic and like proven formulas to get the answer that they told you is the answer. So yeah, anyways. Now I remember I didn't do very well. I don't think. Like it made sense, like when it made sense, it made sense, but if you don't remember this part, you get the answer wrong. So I remember like if it gave me like an answer and I didn't know like this part, then I would just make stuff up like a minus 1, but then c plus 4, therefore b equals 4, and some dumb stuff that gets to the answer, and then the teacher would be like, okay, but that's not the right answer. This is like partial marks, half mark, but I'm missing like this whole part and stuff. Wow, the memories are coming back. Anyways, that's why I'm in finance. So remember having a phrase and then come up with a solution, then you get 2 premises and find a solution like therefore something something. Yeah, therefore. Yeah, it's like, what is it? Because and then therefore. You'd substitute the premises with letters and use some rules, laws, or whatever to get the solution. Yeah! That sounds right. So yeah, you have to use like pre-established rules to get the answer. Like, prove this is true. And that's the whole question. That class wasn't my forte either. Yeah, sometimes, because it was like a lot of English stuff, it'd be like a whole concept, the whole story, and then here's the answer, and now prove it. And then so you have to change the whole story into an equation, and then make that equation come. Oh, you know, I remember the thing that I had the most problem with. Was it? Did it look like this? And then it was like x greater equals 0 or something? This thing was the bane of my existence. I don't care that it all eventually becomes 0. Summation? Is that what it was called? It's like the fraction eventually becomes so small that it has to be 0. It was that kind of stuff that I had a lot of trouble understanding. Uncle Meteor, we're talking about math. Care to share? But yeah. This... I don't remember it being called summation. I don't know if this is even the right symbol, but I think it is. But it was this, and then it has some stuff over here, like x minus 2, blah 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 blah, b. The E is a summation. It might not... I might not actually mean summation. I just remember there's a big letter, and then underneath is something, and then on the right is something else. Will math integrals? Let me look it up. Integrals? Oh! What? I recognize this. I'll go remember. I'll go meteor. Is it integrals? It's like, it might be integrals. It's like, approaching 0 or whatever. Integrals? Integrals were part of... It's part of the course. Limits? Limits! Limit sound familiar. Limits. Calculate. Oh! Yeah! Limit x approaching 0, and then your whatever your freaking formula is. I'll go parties. Yeah, limit. Yeah, limit's approaching 0, and then it blah blah blah, and then eventually it becomes so small it equals to 0. Therefore, it means like you do something like x plus b, but then because of limit x equals 0 or whatever, or becomes so small it becomes 0, then therefore equals b because x is... because it equals 0, so then equals b. The concept of a number just disappearing eventually. Yeah, those limits. Also, integrals sucked too. I don't even get in the raid. So many memories and not knowledge coming back to me. Nintendo Land? It's Nintendo. What's this one? Oh! Yeah, Nighttime Nintendo Land. Great game. All that math, so I'm a professional and certified HTML button mover. HTML... like the web stuff? I think it's kind of like art, where I think I'm never satisfied with like web design stuff or something, or I am just bad. Maybe it does look bad. Integrals. Man, what if I just do a math stream? someday. I kept my university textbooks. Maybe someday I'll look at them. Integrals. Integrals. du over root of a2 u2. Oh, I don't know if I know R sign? What? Huh? U2 like the bait? Thirst for development. Web dev. Cool. Only retained algebra because I always felt the most practical. Makes sense. 6 a.m. at a weekend. Why do I hear so many numbers? Now design and get design from someone. Oh, and then you recreate it in web. Right. Thanks, gal. Math so much time. Yeah, I was bad at integrals also. Yeah, cause integrals are also the approaching concept, right? Or is that what it is? Like it's integral, approaching infinity, and a, or like, you know, starts and ends. So then how does that work? Oh, I remember going on what is it? What's the Khan Academy or something? I remember cause I think, was there proper and improper integrals? I think improper ones were the ones that I had to start like Googling. Cause I think the improper ones like don't make sense, right? You have to like assume things or something cause they don't like resolve properly or evenly or something. Wait, integrals I know. What's this video? Learn to solve an integral? A parody? My creativity is like a limit nearing 0. Something like that to get the area below a curve or something. Khan Academy was pretty solid. You part it infinitely and some stuff, hence integrals or something like that. Yeah. Oh well. Oh, it's 12:23, huh? Interesting. So anyways, to catch everyone up, we're talking about math because we were talking about LinkedIn, because we were talking about streamers being on LinkedIn because of networking. Didn't happen, by the way, because we were joking about networking, because we were joking about people being friends when they're actually just work colleagues, kind of. And that was because we were talking about drama, because we were talking about streamers who abandon each other when they're bad, not good people, but then sometimes they don't. There's like a double standard, because some people are your friends and some people aren't really your friends. Streamer quote-unquote friends. And then that was because we were talking about like offline TV and other big streamer people. XQC, Pokimane, and that was because we were talking about drama, and that's because we were talking about Saikuno. And now you're caught up. Congrats. Not adding me on LinkedIn. Yeah, that was part of it. Now working as a streamer on LinkedIn is both the funniest and worst idea ever. I wasn't joking. I want Chibi in my network. I think LinkedIn would take down Chibi's page. Jokes about friendship ended up in us questioning our math knowledge years after school finished. Oh yeah, and we got to math because I was talking about my programming professor who was uncool. He was on LinkedIn, but he was like hip, but also a lot of people didn't like him because they weren't good at programming. And then there we got to math. Or rather, there we got from programming and then to subjects I was bad at. And then I talked about physics. And then I talked about voltage and conductors and stuff. And then I talked about the hardware engineering I took. And then that was about Boolean switches and circuits and stuff. And then I talked about the logic course I took, which was about limits and integrals. And that's where we ended up. Hardy's abandoned me when I needed her most. Sekuno the Sex Pest. I think that was the title. Yep. Phrasing. Finally came out. Turns out he's a pretty messed up dude. He's famed to get into girls' pants. Not the hip teacher. E-girls or IRL pants? IRL. I remember my hip math teacher, Mr. Whitehead. We were rivals, or we were we were rivals. Real pants had a girlfriend. He was also cheating. You know, math teacher named Whitehead. That sounds like a cartoon character. Moss gave us a whole engineering curriculum in about 30 minutes. 5-head. Welcome to Knob University. He was. I won't get into it. Oh. So where's my degree? Well. What's 9 plus 10? 9, 10. I'm putting Knobber University on my resume. Numberland has an express curriculum where Numberland's expanding to school. Your Nobber certificate. Certified Nobber. Certified Nob graduate. That was a fast reaction. I try to keep an eye, cause my Discord notifications, I can't hear them when I'm streaming, so I try to keep an eye on it. See if I have any notifications. Or else I'll miss them for the next few hours. Are you currently watching any anime? No! No. Knob University put me in massive debt with loans. Thanks, Knob. Internet is more than the payment. It's like one of those online course things. Pay me $100 to enroll in Knob University. It's on Discord. And you read the channels. And you get a certificate. Pog. Congrats. For forever. Why Chibi talking tires me out. Currently watching My Hero. Netflix's Shaman King. Oh, did they remake the animated one or the real one, or are they streaming the old one? I remember seeing it, but I forgot. Tomorrow, a new episode of Demons of the Shadow Realm. Oh, I don't know that one. Anime convention's coming up next month. I don't know if I'm going yet. Or if maybe I'll cosplay again. Because I'm finally not tabling anymore. Also, I think I live closer. So maybe. From Hiromu Arakawa FMA? Oh! Cosplay as who? Probably reuse the one I have. It was from My Dress Up Darling. It was cause the character, she cosplays as other characters, so it's a character she cosplays. So it's very not known. Oh, table just fell over. But I like the costume. Also, it generally just looks like a maid. I don't even know the character that she's cosplaying as. I have to look it up so I remember. But I could also change the wig and then use a different wig. And then it would just be a maid. Doesn't she cosplay as Gunner game characters? Some of them, or most of them, not all of them. Before I fall asleep again, hope everyone's doing good. We'll be lurking now. Okay, thank you, Shiro. Have a good night. It's a nice. Welcome, Dragoon. Welcome back. I was cosplaying as a cosplayer. That's cosplaying. If I were to get a new cosplay, maybe next year. This year is like super soon to buy one in time. I'm not even sure I'm doing it this year. I kind of want to work on some skills before I do a new cosplay, like makeup and what is it? The other thing? Oh, wig. What is it? Management. You know, there's like texturing, there's crimping, there's styling. You know, like hairspray, that kind of stuff. Kind of want to figure that out for next time. I don't really, not really enough time to do anything new this year. Making your own is much cooler styling. Oh, wig I can manage. Costume is not. No. No. Just need to buy one. That's good quality. The one I have is good quality. That's why I still like it. Cosplayception. Boo. Fine. If I make one, I want it to be one of those like full body cosplay. It'll be like an Animal Crossing character. Or I kind of want it to be Bomberman. Otherwise, the fancy fabric costumes, I'd rather other people make it. People make good ones. Or like even the wholesale, you know, like the store online ones. They're still good. I bought a good one. That would go hard. Yeah, Adam Savage did Totoro. It looks like a lot of fun cosplaying the big animated cartoon character ones. Like Blathers from Animal Crossing, Totoro. I think Bomberman would be feasible because he's just a bunch of shapes. And he's kind of retro, so it's kind of cool. Like it's kind of hip, you know? So cool. So trendy. or not, it's old. Big Eevee. And Pikachus. At AX, everyone loves the fun ones. Yeah. Yeah, when people ask for pictures, it's pretty fun. So, that's why I want to do like one of those like cute big ones. You'd have a line for photos and it would never leave. But yeah. Also down the line is Lolita. Maybe. Food for thought. Maybe. Just fun. Cute. But not anytime soon. For now. But could be a substitute for cosplay. I had a friend who did Lolita. I didn't see her wear... Like, I didn't meet her very much. But she did wear Lolita. Anyways, chances are, I could cosplay this year, but also I might just chill out and shop this year. So I'll think about it. Not that it'll make any difference to anyone. I had a few pictures last time. I used the cosplay. But it is fine. Shopping stream with your gimbal? Last time, I had bad reception because there were like too many people. Also, I don't buy that much. Also, I've been like a little on the fence more recently because of like artists being more sensitive to being recorded or their art being recorded either because of AI or because of privacy. Sometimes it's because, you know, VTubers and stuff. So it's about window shopping. That's true. I don't know. I'll think about it. Or I'll just make a regular video, maybe. Last time I did a... was it last time or last time I did a full con shopping stream? I remember there was like one lady who didn't yell, but she told me not to record. That was socially not acceptable. Yeah, with living like on my own and stuff, I do wanna be more minimal. So less shopping, more careful and stuff. I don't really have a plan though. You gotta move. Having stuff sucks. I don't have that much now. I purposely have a bunch of junk because I'm I'm moving soon. That I know there's no point in putting in like a neat spot, cause I'm gonna have to put it in a box again. So I have a lot of stuff laying around. Got too much. You gotta figure out how to be minimalist, but still have like a nice, appealing space. Like lights. Tools and stuff. I won't really know until I settle in and get like the core furniture down. Then I can figure out the rest. So drink. Also, I remembered. On YouTube, Me Hardy's and Meteor will have a channel. I don't know. I think most of it will be edited. Maybe not all of it. Like, they might be long plays. I don't think anything has come out yet, though. Like, released. Yeah, not yet. So... in the future, if you need some more content, some knob tape, not enough knob tape, then there'll be another channel for stuff. There's nothing on it right now, so later. text me here. Not too long, and I should rest though. Yeah, I can rest good. Oh. Welcome, radio. I'm just getting tired. Hey, drawing, checking. Gonna sleep now. Sounds good. Thanks for coming. Should rest too? Probably. I will. Art progress, good. Nice, good. Alright. Tomorrow is Chibi's Big Dig at 1 PT 4 ET. Let's see. Tomorrow. I was wrong. 12 PT 3 ET. We'll start or I'll I don't really use Minecraft, so I'll be around an hour earlier. Stratos will probably be around because he's setting up server or something. Yep, that's about it. Digging a hole. Tomorrow. Dig a tunnel. Dig a tunnel. Don't forget to dig down. Right, the #1 rule. Maybe I'll start farming. I don't play Minecraft, but I know that means. I don't really. Oh, it's big. Adding a bit more before. Finish up for now. Okay, leave it there for today. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.